Welcome back to another video of SOS Signals on Steroids, where we normally talk about where I normally give signals, but today we're going to have a little lesson on how to use TradingView today. So when you type in TradingView in the search bar, you're gonna see something like this. Thereabout. You need to log in and create an account. It's completely free to create an account, and I just created a new account, so this is how yours should look, as similar to mine. All right, so how do you actually use TradingView or look at charts? They give you default options here on the side already. We got cryptocurrencies, we have Forex, futures, stocks, indices. But since this is a Forex channel, we are going to focus on Forex pairs like these. You can click on any one of these from here, or you can click the market tab right here and type what pair you want to look at right in the search bar, and you can click at Forex. If you're a beginner to trading as a whole and not sure what your pair is, I I recommend looking through ways of this tab, this options. If you want to trade stocks, you got a list of all the stocks. You don't need to Google and find out what type of stocks are there. You can look through TradingView. Funds, futures, forex, indices, bonds. But as I said, this is a forex video, so I'm going to click on forex. The most common pair that people use is Euro USD. It is seen as like the cleanest, quote unquote, cleanest chart, or the beginner chart. So I'm just going to click on that for now, just so you can get a gist of it. So you're new to Forex completely. This is what you're going to see as soon as you click on a chart. It looks intimidating, trust me, but I assume around 70-80% of everything that you see here, you're not going to use. Honestly, I don't know how to use half of this stuff. You only need the essentials, which is about 20%. Personally, I would first go ahead and delete this bar here. I find it useless. You just click on it and press backspace. And what else you can do? You can, let me just show you how to use the most commonly used tools in TradingView. So this is a cursor, or the cross. Most people just keep it on the cross. This is just how your cursor looks. Basically, that's all it does. And this is a line tool. You can draw a line, ray, whatever. But the one you're going to be using the most is probably a trend line. You can click the star for it so you can find it easy up here. Or you can go back here, ray, parallel. You're typically, or typical trader, you're not going to use anything like beyond this section here. So all this stuff, this extra technical stuff, you don't really need them. You basically just need a trend line so you can draw your trends. So you can draw your trends to see, mark up your charts, a downtrend, a bearish market, whatever. You can basically just do that, which most traders are going to use most, right? This is where you're going to find your Fibonacci retracement, which is going to be your most important, or not necessarily most important, but you're going to be using it often. As if on a new account, it's going to look, when you draw it on this, it's going to look crazy like this, a little bit confusing. I'll do a video on Fibonacci specifically, and how to get it as ideally as possible, how to get it, as simple, and not too technical with all this extra stuff, just the basic and the most important stuff. But this is what a Fibonacci is going to look like for a beginner on a new Forex account, right? I don't use any of these patterns here. You could use them if you want to, but in my personal opinion, it's not important. And here is where you're going to find two important tools that you will be using a lot. And Just a side note, if you want to get rid of these drawings, you can do one of two options. Select cursor and click on it, then press backspace, click and press backspace. Or if you have a whole bunch of drawings all over and it's going to take a while, you can just go in the bin tool and press remove. Since I only have one left, it's going to say remove one drawing. But if you have multiple drawings, you can just go here and remove them all at once. And back to what I was saying, you're going to be using a long position forecast tool and a short position forecast tool. If you're new to Forex and you're watching all these videos and how you're gonna see this a lot. For example, let me just put that long position tool out there for you. So a long position tool is something that you're gonna use on your charts when you think the market is gonna go up. So you press it from right here, and the green part is basically where you're gonna set your take profit, right? Wherever you want, whatever you want it to be, or wherever you think it's gonna go. And this little pale red part is your stop loss, and this just basically represents the most amount of money you're willing to lose on any given trade, right? And if you're using something like MetaTrader, you still will be using this tool because it's going to give you the number that you're going to put in your MetaTrader for your stop loss and your take profit. Or if you're using a buy or sell limit, you're going to use these numbers right here, which the forecast tool for a long position is going to show you very easily, right? And it's similar for the short position tool. It just goes anywhere you think the market is going to go down. You put your stop loss anywhere, and it gives you the digit amount right here on the side. Your take profit, right? Anywhere you want it to go, and you'll see the digit amount right here where you put in whatever broker you're using. But remember, you're going to be using the forecast tool, the long and short position. And continuing down, we got the brush tool, or tools that you can use to mark up, quote unquote, mark up your charts. For the brush tool, you can just draw anything. It just makes a line wherever your cursor went. You can circle things, you can draw arrows and whatever. Basically, it's just a pencil tool, basically. You can go down here and remove the drawings. And in this same section, we got a highlighter. It's similar to the draw tool. It's just, less opaque and fatter, basically. Let me go delete that right here. And something you're gonna be using a lot as a trader when you're making your analysis, when you're making support, when you're drawing your support and resistance. Future video on that later. But this is a tool you're gonna be using a lot. We're gonna be drawing these squares like this, where you're gonna see on a lot of people charts. Some traders may put a whole bunch of these just to make their charts look all complicated, and you get intimidated by how it has so many crazy stuff. But I'm telling you, it's very simple when you get to understand what I'm talking about. Continuing down, we have the text tool and all these other bunch of stuff. Most people just use the text tool when you want to write, oh, I think the market is bullish or whatever, and you want to keep it on your charts. If you don't feel like having a physical book to writing, this is how you write on the charts. You can press X, you can move it around by selecting the cursor tool. You can change the color up here, pink, yellow. You can change it to blue, whatever you like, change the size, make it massive. You can lock, I don't really use anything else here because what else are going to do than change the color and the size. You can go ahead and delete that. Continuing down, if you want to get fun and creative and have a personal connection to your chart, you can go ahead and add emojis or whatever you want. Basically, it's just whatever you want. And here I use the ruler tool a lot because it gives me the opportunity to skip all the math stuff right here to figure out how much money I'm making, how many pips or whatever. I just take this here I just take the ruler tool to find out how much pips this move. So I want to see how much this red candle was, this big fat red candle. I want to know how much pips it moved. I just use this ruler tool, right? And get you from here to here to the top where it closed. That's 202 pips. We can see the number here, 202 pips, and it is I'm currently measuring 8 bars across, but you can just do 1 bar if you want to get precise. It measures how many days this is across. 12 days. It says 12 days because I am on the daily time frames, and it's currently about 12 candlesticks apart. I'm gonna get more in depth into what I'm talking about when I say candlesticks and time frames and daily or whatever. I'm gonna get more detailed in other videos, but this video is just on how to use um, trading view. Continuing down, we have the zoom tool. If you want to zoom in, I don't see why you would use this often. It's not very precise in my opinion. The zoom out tool, pretty much. The magnet tool, I don't use this. I find it useless. And this is the stay in drawing mode tool. So if you want to draw like a whole bunch of lines, you can just draw them without having to go back here and click this icon, draw another line, click the icon, draw another line. So if you know you're going to use a whole bunch of drawing tools, you can lock the drawing option down here if you like. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And that pretty much sums up part one of how to use TradingView. See you in the next one for part two.